One motorcycle really can change one life. Donate online at sacardonation.org or call 800-SA-TRUCK. Towing is free. Plus, you'll receive an IRS tax receipt. The Salvation Army, doing the most good. Check out the beauties.
So here I am, stuck in what would normally be rush hour volume. Usually volume like this is only reserved for some sort of roadside or roadway incident, perhaps a disabled vehicle or a crash or something along those lines. It's too early for the main bulk of rush hour. But yeah, I guess I'm particularly crabby about this whole DNC thing because of, the candidate. I'm really not that. I'm really not a Hillary supporter at all. As a matter of fact, I remember back when she was First Lady, she seemed to be really wading into a lot of political issues, more so than any other First Lady before her. And back then I said, well, it looks like she's bucking to become a potential presidential candidate one of these days. I mean, she was very well educated. She went to some top schools and lawyer and did a lot of things in her home state or the state of Arkansas as well. So that led me to believe that she had larger political ambitions. And even back then I said, if this woman decides to run for president, I am never voting for her. I don't like her, never liked her, and never will like her. She's smug, she's condescending, totally untrustworthy regarding anything. As history has shown, she's bloodthirsty. Say what you will about Muammar Gaddafi. He did some good things on the continent of Africa, did some bad things on the continent of Africa, but he was a head of state and probably should have been brought to The Hague if someone thought that he had committed war crimes. I don't think anyone should have been laughing. We came, we saw, he died. And then, of course, when Ambassador Stevens got the same treatment, I guess it wasn't quite as funny then, though, was it? But yeah, those are just some of the reasons why I'm so particularly crabby about this whole DNC thing, I guess. It's not the traffic so much, but just what it represents more so than anything. You had Bernie Sanders selling out big time, all the hundreds of millions of dollars that his supporters put toward his campaign down the drain as he endorses someone who he himself said is probably not fit to be president. If he was true to his convictions, unfortunately, like Ted Cruz is, Ted Cruz did not endorse Donald Trump, considering the contentiousness of their particular election cycle. But at the first chance Bernie got, he endorses Hillary. My understanding is that Jill Stein would have gladly stepped aside, or at least they perhaps could have shared a ticket under a Green Party banner, and he could have kept whatever momentum he had going for his movement going, but he decided to endorse the crook and the bloodthirsty crook who supported the Iraq war, who destroyed Libya, who called for the overthrow of Assad, even though Assad, say what you want him, a lot of people were protected under him who are now slaughtered or displaced to Europe, causing crisis there. Germans getting abused, women being raped, molested in swimming pools, guys coming into their, able-bodied guys, unlike the president said, who said mostly women and children, had a lot of able-bodied men going into Europe, abusing the European women, raping them. Little boys getting sexually abused by grown men with sexual crises. And someone who supported all that, who caused all that, is now going to be our nominee for the Democratic Party. I'm a Democrat and I ain't voting for her. Said it back in 1992, reiterating it in 2016. Ain't voting for Hillary. No way, no how.